everyone, my name is Cam. Today I will talk about salt experiment. What animals live in a salt water? Now, today we have this water, salt, and water filled with spoon. Now, this is an experiment. I need my sister to do with me. This is my sister. This is my sister. Now, can you make me?
So,
Okay.
first what
First,
we need
pour
to
the
do? Pour the
pour the
water.
water. Pour the water.
How much?
Like a
Half?
half. A half of it. Okay.
Okay.
Now put the salt. We have a spoon of salt to do it.
How much?
Like 2 spoons.
So this is
1
spoon.
spoon.
This is
Spoon number 2. Okay. We will mix it. I think that's so much. Can you mix this for me? Look! My sister is mixing it. Now, I will talk about you. What animals live in the salt water? Okay. What animals live in this salt water? Can you see the salt? The salt is disappearing in the water. Now, you can see the water. That you can see. The water has salt. Let's try to drink it a little bit. A little bit of spoon. It's too salty. It's salty because it has salt, but it's dissolving in the water. That can lead us to salty. What animals live in the salt water? Now, can you think of a beach? A beach is like this. But the mixing color of the beach with the nature is blue. Blue like this. This is not blue, but some people put the color in it and mix well, it's turning to blue. The salt water is kind of salty because the salt in it is 2 spoons of salt. Now, how if it's 1 spoon of salt in this water? Now, I will pour it in this cup. Now, hey, come here. Now, you will pour this in a half like that. I will pour it in
So.
1 spoon. I will put this salt in 1 spoon. In the past, I make it 2 spoons. Now it's 1 spoon. 1 spoon of salt. Wait a little bit. Now, can you mix this for me? As you can see, the salt in the below you can see it's mixing with the spoon. Mix it. Then you can see the salt can disappear in the hot water in a fast way, but the normal water or the cold water is hard to. It will spoon a little long because the warm water has no hot. That is what. This is a salt. Now, salt in hot water. The hot water will make it break into small blood pieces that is dissolving in the water. How can we put 3 of them? Let me put the new ones. This is spoon number 2. Okay. This is spoon number 3. You mix. You can see the salt you put more, the water will change the color white. Why? Because the salt in that water is white can see the white color disappear, change the color of the water. That's salty because it has salt. In the beach white, the salt water is blue. People put color in everywhere that can mix into the blue color. How do we try more salt? 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That you can see, the color it mixes change white. Why? Because the dust in the salt disappearing in the water that is dissolving into pieces that's more than you cannot see here. That turned into white because the salt water is white. Thanks. That you can see. If you taste this, you think it's salty. Why? Because you can see it in smaller. Now, this tiny pieces here, it's salt. Salt can disappearing in water because it mixes that change the salt is dissolving. Now you can see the color of this salt is actually white. Now you can see if you put it, you cannot think anything because the salt can dissolving. Now you can see movement here. Salt it's white. That you can see. That's why the water is white. Mix. That's how the water is white. That's it. The end of the salt experiment. Thanks for listening to me. Goodbye.